with coverage you can count on. Now your First Warn 5 forecast with meteorologist Bryan Bachman.
All right, good Monday evening, everyone. I hope you had a great holiday weekend, had some chance to, get a chance to relax for a little bit, and also we got to enjoy, at least with some rain, some milder temperatures. We had 50s for most of the weekend, but I guess it's back to reality in a lot of ways today, and this will be trending at least toward a milder slate of weather as we head toward the weekend. But the good news that this week is that we'll have some pretty quiet weather to go along with this cold instead of all those persistent lake effect snow showers we've had in the past couple of weeks. Let's get you right out to your First Warn 5 pinpoint Doppler radar tonight. All quiet from the Tri-Cities to Flint, all along the I-69 corridor tonight. Thumb looking good too. And areas off to the north, really no matter where you are across lower Michigan or the Great Lakes region tonight, things looking to be pretty fantastic when you push that cold out of the picture. Looking at the temperatures tonight, well, tough to do that. 19 degrees is the current temperature in Bad Axe, 21 for both Caro and Saginaw, to 25 right now in Flint for you this evening, hovering in the low 20s for the time being at Port Hope, being kept at least slightly milder along the immediate lakeshore and already down into the low teens as you head to the north. Factor in those winds, still a little bit of a factor tonight. It's got some teeth with those wind chills. 13, the real feel in the air when you get to Port Hope and Caro tonight. Low teens for the real wind chills from Flint all the way through Mount Pleasant. And you get into those single digits from Saginaw to Houghton Lake, where it feels like 2 degrees tonight. But the good news is that these winds will start to back off as we head through the overnight period. Not going to be nearly as much of a factor as they've been with a lot of this recent cold weather we've had. Another blast of Arctic air sinking in behind a very long cold front. You can see it takes up a lot of real estate all the way from the northeastern U.S. You can even see into Columbus now, some 30s beginning to swing their way to the south, Kansas City, down to 25 degrees. So it'll be a pretty persistent cool air mass that'll be with us for a good portion of the next week. But as we said, at least a quieter weather pattern to go along with it. First Warn 5 Sky Tracker showing just some varying amounts of clouds, and more importantly, some sunshine working in with those clouds today instead of those snow showers we've seen. And the reason being, as we mentioned, that cold front just kind of snaking its way all the way from parts of Maine down into the deep south, all the way through Texas, a little bit of a disturbance working its way through Mississippi. That in particular will stay well to our south. We're going to pay attention to this big zone of high pressure that's sitting over the Central Plains tonight. For the time being, it's pumping a lot of that colder air into the region with those northwesterly winds. But as it slowly makes its way to the east over the next couple of days, it will tend to shield us from a lot of the more unsettled weather, with one or two very minor exceptions, which I'll show you here on your First Warn 5 hour-by-hour forecast. But by all accounts, this evening looking to be very quiet, just partly to mostly clear at times, a few passing clouds that will allow the temps to drop off pretty quickly tonight. So single digits, teens going to be our slate of low temperatures tonight. Heading into tomorrow morning, a dry morning commute, but cold. Definitely give that car a couple of minutes to warm up. Looking good, mostly cloudy skies starting to take over in the afternoon. Then a quick disturbance, a little clipper system is going to sneak by to the north. And at least for a period of tomorrow night, likely sometime around midnight and then into the late overnight period, we'll see a period of maybe some mixed precipitation or just some very light snow showers, really nothing substantial coming out of it. That will be gone by Wednesday morning, and we'll see a nice quiet slate of weather take back over to take us into the middle of the work week. So your overnight lows tonight, definitely bundle up weather. Maybe throw that extra blanket on the bed. Teens for pretty much everybody south and east of the Tri-Cities. Single digits to the north under a partly to mostly cloudy sky at times. And then as we head into tomorrow, not quite as cold as today, but still in the 30s. 33 from Saginaw to Frankenmuth. Also 33 the high under a mostly cloudy sky in Grand Blanc tomorrow. Along the I-69 corridor, pretty much the same story. Middle 30s, Lapeer and Flint both at 34. Your high in Owasso tomorrow at about 33 degrees. And then low 30s as you head to the west. Midland at 32 tomorrow under a mostly cloudy sky. Harrison 31. And Mount Pleasant comes in at 33 for a high tomorrow. So it's a real early week chill. This is going to be the worst of it. A tranquil pattern takes over, and it does look like by the time we get to the weekend, we'll at least moderate it a little bit. I think we'll start to work in some 40s.
All right, we can handle it.
I like the sound of that, yeah.
And the best part, too,
persevere.
Not a lot of snow either, so we can take a break from that.
Sounds good.
Good. Thank you, Brian.